Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash, and no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So straight into the action. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. And he's forced to go back, and it's O'Reilly looking for the run. Well read, nice interception. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, I can tell you, Peter, that raw pace is something that always frightens defenders, and Barcola here has it in droves. He's a willing runner too, which makes him so effective against teams that like to play that high defensive line. So good luck catching him once...
Mbappe! Mbappe! Oh, how good is that? That is a gem! An absolute gem! A century of appearances and a goal so richly deserved. The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
France have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Barcola.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, they can break here. Rabiot. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Stones did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. There's the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
And we have our very first corner. Punched away. England have the chance to go the other way. Mbappe. Bellingham. Kane. Oh, some tackle that. Dembele. That's a lovely, neat pass. Anderson. Chance here to counter. Oh, that's a key interception.
France really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Stones getting this one clear. Barcola. Shot could be on. Olise stood his ground strongly. Now it's Gordon. And it's Rabiot. Rabiot. Oh, this tries one from range. That's brilliant from Rabiot. About as smooth as it gets. And that is what they came to see. What they demanded to see. His first. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
He's going for goal! And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
France looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. James. Rice. Anderson. Now then, the ball's come loose. Madueke in acres of space out wide. And that is well cleared. And that's been won straight back. France in a very solid position, 2 to the good. He's found a way through. Madueke, and the finish! And he makes no mistake. Right back in the game. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Number 9, Harry
Kane! England cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Chance for a shot! Good try, very good try in fact.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Anderson. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here. England really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question...
Takes a shot! And he has his goal! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Simplicity itself.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Substitution in progress.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Upamecano gets a foot in here.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Rice. It's a really well-measured ball. Hernandez with the clearance. Rapidly approaching the end. Extra time is imminent, unless something dramatic happens now. No way through. Tries to pass it through. He's having a pop! Oh, that could be pivotal! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? He just absolutely speared that in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Substitutions taking place.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Well, they've done the hard part. Now to survive
There
the
will be
last few
5
minutes.
added time.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserved this, but has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
Turns back here, probably the best option. Anderson. O'Reilly. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So that is it. The end of the road. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, what can I say, Peter? It seemed like the enormity of the task got the better of the players, and they never really got going.
And we come to you now
I
with
know
a
it can
quick
happen to
request
even the
for
best of us,
support
but
for our
that
world
doesn't take